I can't reach. There was no dust jacket, what? Hi everyone and welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. Today we're in a different place. I am standing up for a change, and that is because we're filming an unhauling video today. This is the first ever unhauling video I've done on this channel, so I hope it goes okay, because I'm not used to filming these. But basically what I'm going to do is I have an idea of stuff I want to unhaul, but I'm still going to go through this live with you and actually take books off my shelves. There are a few books that I've unhauled recently that I will talk about before we do this because they're already gone. So I'm going to give you a list of those now. So this list is the paperback copy that I had of Strange the Dreamer that a friend had given to me years ago, and I never got around to reading it. And then I decided that I wanted the hardcover anyway, and I managed to get a copy of the hardcover, which is very, very exciting, and I love it so much. It's on the top of that other bookcase over there, and that's why I didn't need the paperback anymore, so I unhauled that one. The other one I unhauled was the paperback black copies of The Hunger Games. You can see I have these shiny copies up here, so I decided I didn't need both copies. I've had the black ones and those ones for years, and I don't really know why, because I can fit another series there, so I decided to unhaul those. The other book I got rid of was The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, which was a hardcover copy that Blue gave to me. I just didn't enjoy it anywhere near as much as I wanted to. I think I gave it 2.5 stars, so it's a no from me. The other one I got rid of was Life and Death. This is the Twilight reimagined gender roles swapped thing, which you can see a review on my channel and I will link down below. I gave 1 star and it's the worst book I've ever read, so I was very happy to get that off my shelves. The other one was Once and Future, which is the Illumicrate edition of Once and Future by Corey McCarthy and A.R. Capita. I loved that book a lot. I think I gave it 4 stars. It's a King Arthur retelling, and I loved the Illumicrate copy that I had. However, Illumicrate didn't do a copy for the second book, so I could never get a matching one, which really, really bugged me. So I decided actually I'm happy to just have matching paperback copies, and I offered it to Courtney, who really wanted it, wants to give it a try, and I thought it's a good way to kind of pass it on to a friend because I really enjoyed it and I didn't want to get rid of it. It was a signed copy, it was beautiful. But I know that I will never be happy knowing I can't get a copy of The Sword in the Stars, I think it's called, which is the second one that matches. So I got rid of that one. Anyway, let's go on to my live unhauling video of stuff I want to get rid of. I'm just going to basically go through my shelves, and when I come across something I don't want, I'm just going to talk about it to you. So let's get started. This might be a bit of a weird video because obviously I'm going to be wandering around and reaching off my shelves. I'm going to do this bookcase first and then move on to the other one and move the camera with me so you can see. So let's try this out. So the first ones on here, which were the most awkward ones to get down because they were on top of my bookcase, on top of other books, that is the Ember and the Ashes Fairy Loot set. I read this very recently. I bought this when it came out and I really, really love this set so much. These are absolutely beautiful, but I read it and it didn't blow me away and I didn't love it. It didn't become my new favourite series. I did really, really enjoy it, but honestly, these designs on the covers aren't dissimilar to the paperbacks, and I would be happy to have the paperbacks because it's not my next favourite series, and I would rather this go to somebody who absolutely loves the series, and it is their favourite series, so I'm going to be getting rid of these ones. And the next one is Rule of Horse by Leigh Bardugo. This is the Illumicrate edition with red sprayed edges, and I love it. I kind of impulse bought it when I saw that it went live and it was only like 20 quid, and I was like, I love Leigh Bardugo, let's get this. I don't have the Illumicrate version of King of Scars. This one is absolutely beautiful, but it's basically the same as the Waterstones edition, which is this but reversed, so the back cover is red and the foiling is silver, and I don't need both. This one says Oral Monsters Now on the spine as well, and although this is absolutely beautiful, because I don't take the dust jackets off my books, I'm never going to see under the dust jacket, and the dust jacket is the same as the standard edition, so I would rather this one go to a good home, maybe someone who already has King of Scars and for some reason missed out on this one, because I don't need both of them and I just look at them on my shelves and they look like the same book to me. So I'm going to get rid of this one. These are probably the ones that are worth the most that are going off my shelves, and the rest will probably just go to charity, but we will see. So then we have The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I'm going to keep this edition, and I've given the other edition I had to Courtney, which was the Waterstones exclusive edition that had yellow sprayed edges. It was a cloth bound cover with no dust jacket, but the design was the same. The end papers were the same, and it was signed. This one is the standard hardback, I think, but it has these beautiful sprayed edges, and I have it signed, personalised and dated to me from York 2017, which I thought was really, really cute when I noticed that. So I'm going to keep this one, and the other one has gone to Courtney because she wanted it. She was just going to buy the paperback, but she really likes Patrick Ness, so I'm happy to have that to another home. The next one I'm going to unhaul is Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kemmerer. I did really, really enjoy this book. I decided to read it after I read Call It What You Want, which is Bridget Kemmerer's other contemporary, and I really enjoyed both of them. However, I didn't enjoy this one quite as much. This one is signed, and part of the reason I bought it was because I was going to a signing by Bridget Kemmerer. But yeah, as I said, I didn't really enjoy it as much, and I'm not going to read the second one, which I think is more than we can tell. So I'm going to keep Call It What You Want for now, because I got that as a NetGalley arc and I loved it and I bought my own copy, but I'm going to get rid of this one. So I think that's it off these shelves, so we'll move on to my other bookcase. Then we got 6 books off these shelves, so that's not too bad, and I know there's a couple more on my other one that I'm going to definitely unhaul. And there is one off my trolley as well that I'm going to show you in a second. So as you can see, this shelf also has my TV on it, for now. So it's not the most picturesque of views for you, but we probably won't be here long. But the first one I'm going to unhaul, which was off my trolley, was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I read this one fairly recently and I gave it 3 stars. I liked it, but not that much. There was parts of it that I liked, but honestly most of it I just found quite annoying. I didn't like the main character at all. I found the writing quite jarring, and I don't know why I have this. I don't know why I bought it. I wasn't really that interested in it, but this is the Waterstones exclusive edition, so I'm going to get rid of this one because I'm definitely not going to read it again and I'm not bothered about keeping it. And the next ones I'm going to get rid of are Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, the original screenplay, and Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I don't think we need to go into this. I think these can just go. To give a kind of explanation, I don't talk about Harry Potter on my channel anymore for obvious reasons, or on any of my social media or anything like that. I am keeping my paperback set of the original books and a few other things and the illustrated editions for now, but I'm thinking about some of that as well. But these ones I definitely won't read again. I'm not bothered. If I wanted to get this story, I would watch the film or go and see the play. I don't really need to keep these. This is pretty, this is ugly. You can both go. So the next one on here is American Royals by Catherine McGee. This is another one I actually had as a proof when it came out 2 years ago. This is the proof copy. The finished copy is this. Isn't it beautiful? I really, really liked this book and I really like the proof copy, but I really don't like the finished copy, and I'm not going to read the second one purely because I didn't get a proof of it. And I don't want to buy the second one. I'm not that interested in it anymore. I noticed this one is damaged anyway, and the cover is kind of peeling off a bit. So it's time for this one to just go off my shelves. I also noticed this one says, "Move over Harry and Meghan, it's time to meet the American Royals." In which feels like, looking back on that from 2 years later, is a very weird thing to think about. I did enjoy this one at the time, but as I said, I'm not really interested in carrying on with the series, so this one can go. And we're down to the last 2, the first one being Not So Pure and Simple by Lamar Giles. I read this one fairly recently and I did enjoy it, just not as much as I wanted to. This is a contemporary following a guy who has a crush on a girl and who had a crush on a girl for his whole life. And to get closer to her, he starts a purity pledge at his church and wants to basically get to know her a bit better, going against the purity pledge. This one was very kind of centred towards a male audience, which I actually really appreciated, as there is definitely not enough YA contemporary that is geared towards a male audience. But for that reason, it was a little bit hit and miss for me. It did discuss some really interesting and important topics, but I definitely won't read it again. This one came from Alex. She gifted it to me after she read it, and this is a proof copy, so I'll probably pass it on to somebody else if they want it. But yeah, I'm fine with not reading this one again. And the last one on this list is Don't Breathe a Word by Jordan Taylor. I read this one recently. This was another proof copy given to me by Harper360. Thank you, Harper. But I read this one and it was okay. I did find it entertaining, but I don't see myself reading it again. I gave it 3.5 stars. So this one can also be passed on to somebody else who wants to read it more than I want to reread it or have it on my shelves, but I did still enjoy this one, I would like to reiterate. So I think right now those are all the books that I want to get rid of, so it's not a massive unhauling. So we have 12 books here, 6 books off each bookcase, which is not bad going, and obviously I did have a few that I talked about before this video, so we're probably about nearly 20 books that I got rid of. So that's not too bad, and also frees up a bit of space on my shelves, which I so desperately need. I hope you enjoyed this unhauling video. This has been a bit of a strange one to film, so I hope it's been okay. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like and comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. As a side note, before I finish this up, I do want to do another similar video that's kind of a more long-term project on unhauling, so please let me know if that is something that you would like to see in the future, and I'll see you next time. Bye!